in the bathtub murder case, set to resume at any minute. Defendant David Tronnes stands trial for first-degree murder, but with claims of mental health issues and questionable details.
What happens when the pursuit of fame becomes so powerful that it blinds you to the people who matter most? When the desire for recognition overtakes everything else? Can love survive? Or is it destined to crumble? In the case of David Tronnes and Shanti Cooper, a dream to be on national television became a deadly obsession. What began as a hopeful new beginning led to the unraveling of a relationship built on lies, deceit, and manipulation, ultimately costing Shanti her life. Blinded by ambition and consumed by the spotlight, David was willing to give up everything, even the woman who trusted him most. In the end, his hunger for recognition did not just cost him his future. It cost Shanti her life, revealing the horrifying price of chasing a dream with no limits. In 2013, David Tronnes and Shanti Cooper met online, both going through difficult divorces. What started as a hopeful new beginning turned dark quickly. David moved from Minnesota to Orlando, and in 2015, they bought a large fixer-upper home together. But beneath the surface, cracks began to form in their relationship. David, who was unemployed at the time, became obsessed with renovating their home not just for their future, but for the hope of being featured on Zombie House Renovations. Shanti, a successful finance consultant, was the primary breadwinner. She supported the renovation project financially, but grew increasingly frustrated with its slow progress and mounting costs. Yet, David's fixation on being on television became all-consuming. When Shanti refused to be part of the show, David's frustration turned to anger. But it wasn't just about the renovation or the TV show. Shanti's rejection was the breaking point in a much deeper story. Did Shanti's refusal to share in David's dream push him to a breaking point? Or was there more beneath the surface, hidden behind the carefully constructed lies? David had more secrets than anyone knew. It wasn't just about the renovations or the TV show. Reports from ABC News and CBC News reveal that David was living a double life, frequenting bathhouses for anonymous sex with men, a secret he kept from Shanti. This betrayal added another layer of tension to their already strained marriage. Yet, even more shocking than his double life was his manipulation of their home. David placed the house in a trust under his mother's name, leaving Shanti with no legal claim to the property, despite her significant financial investment. How could someone who claimed to love her betray her in this way? This manipulation would prove to be just another betrayal in a marriage already on the brink of destruction. Shanti's frustration grew, and on her computer she wrote, "I ask him why he is so cheap. He keeps telling me how much money has been spent on this house and that he will almost have $1 million into it. We are no further along in the renovation, and our relationship is getting worse." On April 24, 2018, tragedy struck. David called 911, claiming he found Shanti unresponsive in the bathtub, but forensic evidence shattered his story. Investigators found bloodstains and signs of cleaning efforts in the studio bedroom, the primary crime scene, not the bathroom as David had claimed.
Hello? Okay, listen to me. Can you tell me what your address is?
I don't know. It's 218.
218 East Copeland? Okay. And who is it?
Copeland, this is Dan.
Your name is Dan?
David.
Okay, your name is David? Okay, who is it that's not breathing?
My wife. My son.
Your wife is not breathing? Okay. Sir, I need to take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Listen to me. I'm going to get the paramedics so we can try and get her some help, okay? Don't hang up.
Shanti's body was dry, inconsistent with a drowning. and her injuries indicated a violent beating and strangulation. It became clear that David had staged the scene to cover up his crime. What did the police uncover that David thought he could hide? How did his attempts to clean and alter the scene unravel his story? According to ABC News, David had attempted to clean the bloodstains and move Shanti's body, which was a pivotal detail that exposed his lies. He had also wiped down surfaces to conceal evidence, but it only deepened the suspicions surrounding him. Forensic experts and police immediately noted the inconsistencies in his story. His dry body, the lack of water on the floor, and the visible injuries all contradicted David's claim of an accidental drowning. How could a man so desperate for fame be so careless in covering up his tracks? Prosecutors would later argue that David's motive was deeply rooted in his obsession with the TV show and his escalating financial disputes with Shanti. They believed her refusal to appear on Zombie House Renovations was the final straw in a series of tensions that had been building for months. Could a desire for fame and a failing relationship drive someone to such an extreme act? David's demeanor during the investigation also raised alarms. He showed little to no remorse. His emotional displays of faked tears repeatedly fell flat. In fact, he fake cried at least 11 times throughout interviews, yet each time his tears seemed more like an act than an expression of grief. But was his cold, calculated demeanor the key to unraveling the truth? In court, the defense attempted to undermine the forensic evidence and David's lack of genuine remorse, but they offered no witnesses, and David chose not to testify. The prosecution's case, supported by powerful forensic evidence, was undeniable. After just 6 days of trial and less than 5 hours of deliberation, the jury found David Tronnes guilty of first-degree murder. Shanti's family gave powerful victim impact statements after the verdict.
We did our best to raise him together, but as you know in life, it is not without its curveballs and heartaches. And when we divorced, as difficult as it was, one thing we never fought or wavered on was raising Jackson the best we could. He's tall like his dad, but he got his brains, his compassion, and his outlook on life from his mother.
Shanti's son, Jackson, said, "My mom was the best person I ever knew," while her father described David's crime as evil. Shanti's stepfather spoke about how the loss had torn their family apart, making it clear that the impact of David's actions stretched far beyond the crime itself. How do you live with the weight of a loss like this? How do you find closure after such a profound betrayal? David was arrested 4 months after the murder, following an extensive investigation. His arrest highlighted the thoroughness and diligence of law enforcement in piecing together the evidence against him. Despite his initial cooperation, it was the mounting inconsistencies in his story and the discovery of his financial manipulations that ultimately led to his conviction. The trial didn't just expose David's crime, it revealed the depth of his deception. His secret life, the lies about his financial status, and his desperate obsession with fame all played a part in his downward spiral. But in the end, the truth came out, and David Tronnes was sentenced to life in prison without parole. David Tronnes' obsession with fame and his willingness to deceive everyone around him led to the murder of the one person he trusted most, a man whose thirst for fame and secrets tore apart everything they had built together. And while his story ended in a courtroom, the emotional scars for Shanti's family and the loss of her life will last forever. In the end, David Tronnes' quest for fame and success destroyed everything he had built with Shanti. His lies, manipulation, and betrayal led to the ultimate loss, the life of the woman who trusted him most. While his story may have ended in a courtroom, the scars left on Shanti's family will never fade. The emotional toll of such a profound betrayal is something that no verdict can ever truly heal. As we reflect on this tragic case, we are reminded that the pursuit of fame should never come at the expense of love and integrity. Some dreams are too costly, and sometimes the price is far too high to pay.